All right, so I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm going to talk about my top five 4K Blu-ray discs. So I also like movies as well as games, and I've been getting into these 4K discs. And if you think that 4K discs probably look the same as streaming 4K video on Netflix or wherever you do it, it doesn't. It's quite a bit better. So I'd recommend if you like movies, give it a shot, see what you think. But so I'm gonna start with some honorable mentions. All these movies look great, and my top five's not in any order, but there's a couple more I got to talk about. So let's start with Interstellar. It's a Christopher Nolan movie, and of course it looks great. I mean, all his movies do. Um, I just watched this again the other day, and it starts a little slow, but it definitely picks up. But I mean, the picture quality on this is just like amazing. You're not going to see much that looks better, but overall, it's not as impressive as the stuff I got in my top five as far as I'm concerned. I mean, some people probably have this in their top three, but Interstellar is a long and interesting movie, and if you can make it through the beginning, you'll probably like it. But there's that, and Blade Runner 2049. It's another not the easiest movie to watch. It's also a little slow, but it's good if you stick with it. But the picture quality and I mean it's really next level on this. It's a great looking movie. It sounds great. The Dolby Atmos track sounds great. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this if you're starting your 4K collection. And maybe a surprise for some people, but old movies look great in 4K. They transfer from the actual film, which is in a lot of cases higher resolution than 4K. But yeah, so old movies, they look great. The Ten Commandments is an epic. It's always been a movie I just love. It's kind of ridiculous at times, but I mean, you will never see this movie look better than this disc. The only thing that keeps it out of the top five there is the special effects. They did not age well, and there's a lot of, I don't know if it's green screen or whatever they're doing, but that stuff doesn't look great. But most of this movie, I mean, it could look like something they just shot last week, which is pretty amazing. So I recommend the Ten Commandments. Alright, so let's get into my top five, and no particular order, but we will start with an all-time classic. Yes, it's Jaws. And Jaws in 4K, I mean, if you haven't seen this movie in a while and you just remember the theme song and the shark eating people, well, I mean, this is a great, great movie. It is awesome dialogue. There's a reason it's an all-time classic, and it's definitely one of the best movies ever made. So if you haven't seen it in a while, pick this up. It's never going to look better than this. I mean, it's amazing how good it actually looks. The whole thing, like that scene on the boat where they're just hanging around talking, it's one of the best scenes in movies. So definitely pick up Jaws in 4K. Next one, I don't know how many people have seen this movie, but Ford V Ferrari is actually a great movie. It's a story of when Ford decided they were going to win the 24-hour Le Mans race. And if you know anything about that race, it's a brutal race, especially back then. And I mean, the cinematography in this, the acting is I mean, I think it's Matt Damon's best movie. He's awesome in this. Christian Bale is awesome. I mean, everything about this movie's great. If you like racing at all, or even if you don't, you just like history, I mean, you can't go wrong with this. It's a great 4K disc. And then something I'm sure everyone was expecting to see, 2001: A Space Odyssey. It's amazing that a movie that came out this long ago, I mean, was it 50 years? I mean, more than that, can look this good. I mean, this could come out, it looks better than movies that come out now. The like practical effects, I mean, it looks great. The 4K image is spectacular. I mean, you would not think this was that old, and you know, it's a strange movie, and you might watch it and think, what the hell did I just see? But you just can't go wrong with the with how this movie looks and sounds. It's just great. So recommend seeing it. Right, next we have Dune. So Dune is a very well shot movie, and I can't wait for the second one to come out. I'm not sure when that's happening, but yeah, some of the scenes in this movie, like, you'll just be shaking your head thinking, how did they make something look this good? I mean, this disc is, I mean, it could be the best looking 4K disc, but I don't know if I'd quite go that far. I mean, the sound is great. It's just, you know, it's a complicated movie, like a lot of these are, but really worth putting the time in, and definitely worth seeing in 4K. And of course, the last one here, it's Top Gun Maverick, which I've watched countless times, and I might watch it again tonight. Love this movie. Seeing it in the theater was just, I wish I saw it at IMAX. It's, man, that's an experience. It's like sitting here in my room here with the sound cranked way up. It's, and the 4K disc, you can get close to that theater experience. Not quite there, but I mean, a lot of people might think, oh, it's just that cheesy 80s movie, you made a new one. Well, it might be a little cheesy at times, but it's great. It's just fun to watch. You're not getting the, you know, greatest storytelling of all time in this, but it's nonstop from start to finish. It's just an amazing movie. Should have won the Oscar for cinematography. It looks great. All the flying scenes are just amazing. So, oh, and the sound. I don't know if you can get better sound than this. So yes, you should start your 4K collection with Top Gun Maverick. So, that's it. I might talk about movies some more. I'm getting a lot of these, and I'm definitely buying more. So, yeah, if you want to hear me talk more about them, let me know, and I will see you next time.